get into the real stuff.
Uh-oh.
Let's get into some stuff that really matters. This weekend, and you know, I actually watched this game because I don't know. I've always liked watching this game. It's kind of it's a cool tradition. I know some people, you're a bootlicker, but whatever. The Army-Navy game was this weekend.
All right.
And
before you even play,
yes,
how is enjoying a national traditional football game make you a bootlicker? I know, but I'm not saying I'm saying people have said it. I know what you're saying, but it's like, how does this has always been a cool tradition. Hey, Army versus Navy, bro. It's just like a morale booster. It's not like nobody's like cheering on and waving pom-poms while we murder people in Iraq. It's just a football game.
By the way, so as tradition, the president shows up to the Army-Navy game, and he spends one half on the Army side and the other half on the Navy side, and it does a coin toss. Pretty cool, whatever. Trump might have got booed at National Stadium, but the place blew up for him. I mean, it was... You would have thought a fucking rock... Well, he is a rock star, basically. Showed. I mean, they were fucking through the roof for Trump when he showed up. Like, fucking yeah! With losing their minds. Of course, because that made Trump look good. We'll play this.
Top military academies. Students from both West Point and the Naval Academy under scrutiny for flashing what looked like a white power symbol on live TV during the Army-Navy football game. Stephanie Ramos is here with the latest. Good morning, Stephanie.
George, good morning. The play from the Army-Navy game, football game in Philadelphia Saturday, is getting the biggest reaction. West Point Military Academy staff and Navy Academy officials are investigating.
Circle game.
That's the circle game.
Circle game.
Even if we're going to accept that this is a white power symbol, which it's not.
Down. Circle game.
Always. This doesn't mean anything.
I played this as a kid. You played this as a kid. A lot of people in this chat room played this as a kid.
There's pictures from our high school days of people doing that in their fucking class photos and shit. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit like that.
And because this made Trump look good, they had to find something that made Trump look
But can
good.
we agree, too, that this guy's a retard for even fucking it? Like, you know what I mean? I get that he was just doing it. I know, but like, come on, man. Right now, it's like, Jesus Christ. We had a great moment here, and you had to just make it about you.
This moment right here, where cadets at the game flashed this hand gesture, which is widely known as the white power symbol.
No, it's not.
Widely known.
No, it's not.
Widely known.
It's widely known and accepted by everyone.
Listen to these people. They're lying to your faces. They're fucking lying to you.
Wait. I might take that back. Because that guy does look suspiciously like Nicholas J. Fuentes.
That's not Nicholas J. Fuentes.
Okay, just
too tall.
Sure.
It happened as an ESPN broadcaster was reporting live during the game. At least 4 cadets put up that symbol. Now,
so they're all white nationalists?
Yes,
all of them?
All of them serving with all these black guys.
And Puerto Rican.
Who, by the way, they would also give their lives for if they were in any kind of firefight.
West Point is releasing a statement saying West Point is looking into the matter. At this time, we do not know the intent of the cadets. Now,
let me tell you what the intent was. It was the goddamn circle game. It's not widely known. The only reason that it's widely known is because you dumbasses fell for a 4chan prank and you spread it like it was real. That's what it is.
And people are still acknowledging it, too, that it was a 4chan prank. And they're still pushing it.
But some white nationalists are using it.
Now they're using it as a dog whistle. And it's like, dude, there's pictures of me from, Jesus, how long ago was Moore? 2016?
Yeah.
Or 2017 when we went to Moore? And I did that. I made sure that I got the Bikers for Trump guy up behind me on stage, the Washington Monument. And I was like, yo, because at the time we were all kind of trying to fucking push the meme just to freak them out. And it's like, then I had one of my accounts, like a year later, like retroactively took that photo down. They didn't give me a ban or anything. They're like, this was inappropriate, and we've decided to take it. I'm like, I was fucking around. I took that picture before this was even considered a white nationalist symbol.
the U.S. Naval Academy is also out with a statement saying it is also investigating and will hold those involved accountable.
So you're gonna ruin these kids' lives?
Yes.
At the Naval Academy and at fucking West Point, you're gonna ruin their lives
at a time when, by the way, recruitment into the military is like at an all-time low. Like they're having a hard time getting people to recruit people, getting quality people. But yeah, let's push quality people out the door because they did the circle game.
So this symbol, there might be a different meaning at the military academies than what we normally see over the internet.
Oh my fucking God!
I mean, this is a familiar symbol. It looks like the OK sign, but since 2017, according to the Anti-Defamation League.
This is so frustrating. It's frustrating because, again, these guys.
I try not to blow up as much because I realize that it's like hitting your head against the wall. It's an uphill battle. Like, the people that want to believe this are going to believe this. There's people unironically believing this on Twitter as we speak. Anything to make a moment that actually made Trump look good, because that's what it did. I mean, if you watch the game, it was nice to see the president come out and do the coin flip, and he was saluting both sides. It was kind of cool. I always think that's cool. And Navy was actually ranked this year, so that was these teams are rarely ever ranked. Trump also showed up and he signed a new declaration saying that you could now go if you're good enough, you could now go straight from the Navy football team or the Army football team to the NFL, because before, even if you were like a fucking all-star, you had to wait till your service was done, and then by the time your service is done, nobody wanted you anymore. And what's happening is like the quarterback for Navy, this guy's really fucking good. Like this guy could be a real good quarterback. So he was like, yeah, and now you can play football. If you get drafted, don't need to serve. Boom. So it was a lot of cool stuff. Everybody there, all the fucking players were happy with him because of it. Everybody was happy with him. And immediately, instead of pointing out like, hey, look at these kids fighting for well, we don't know what it means. But then they always tag it at the end like, well, we don't know what it means after you did a minute hit job on it.
Mm-hmm. After you basically ruined this kid's life. And that's my whole problem with this, because they've done this to military people before, too, where they did the little circle game, or they did a joke in a picture.
Cops.
And it's like, yeah, but I don't care about cops. I don't give a shit about police. But the military, it's like, these are like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, right? So, we have to address the uncomfortable cultural reality, which is that we take poor young immature kids from trailer parks, from Ohio and Texas and like Alabama, right?
And Puerto Rico.
We slap a uniform on them. We send them off to die in ridiculous numbers, right? But we expect them to have this maturity to them. Like, you should be a mature man. And it's like, they're just fucking pawns for you to send off and die. And on top of them volunteering as children to go off and possibly die, you can't even give them a little bit of leeway. You can't give them a little bit of budge.
Here's the truth, Mike. They could. They could if they wanted to. But they don't, because because it's easy to say they hate Trump that much, because they do hate Trump that much. But it's not just Trump, right? They hate a certain sect of people so much that they will do anything to do it. Because let's face it, the people that are going in the military, for the most part, not all through it, but for the most part, tend to vote Republican. That's how it's always been. That's how it'll always be. They have a sense of honor and duty for the country, and they hate you and they hate people so much. We talked about the first hour. It's this innate hate where instead of going like the editorial at the end of this, and the only people that I've seen doing it is like Fox News. Will be like, this is ridiculous. Like, and don't get me wrong, if I think Fox is compromised, the only person I really even like on there is Tucker, and I like Gutfeld. So Tucker, and Gutfeld's a funny dude, but that's pretty much it. But for the most part, Neil Cavuto, get out of here with that shit. I don't care about any of these people.
Neil Cavuto, or God, who's the other boomer I hate? There's another guy.
Well, Shepard Smith is gone.
Yeah, Shepard Smith's gone, but now there was some other boomer guy. His name's not coming to mind right now, but they all kind of suck at Fox.
But my point is, like, they want this really ties back to what we're talking about the first hour. They want people at each other's throats so much. You turn a fun little circle game, and here's the thing: it's willful ignorance, right? It's not like they don't know. And they're going, oh, I really didn't know. Everybody knows what's going on. Anybody with a rational brain goes, these guys were fucking around, man. What are you doing? Like, they were excited. There's the couple times the one time in the year they're allowed not to be getting up at 5 a.m. and doing chores and drills, and they're allowed to go, woo, yeah, my team. And then you got to take that from them. You got to take it from them, because you don't want to allow them to have fun, because you have to make this. And this isn't like, This reporting that you see going on here used to be fringe reporting that you would see like in BuzzFeed or HuffPo. Where it would be like, oh, who gives a shit what they say? But now it's like ABC, bro. I saw this on NBC. I saw this everywhere. It's like, is this really what you took out of this game? Like,
and it's not just these kids. You know, it's the Covington Catholic kids. It's Barron Trump, a fucking 13-year-old kid. Like, it's weird because I remember, you know, look, we had 8 years of Obama, and I could tell you, both of us were, to put it lightly, less than thrilled about the situation. But you know what? When his daughter got caught smoking weed and everybody was like, let's fucking destroy their life. Like, even back then, we were like, guys, let's
Chill
fucking
out.
like, everybody's kids try weed and shit. You know, not everybody. You know, a lot of kids try weed and a lot of kids, you know, fucking.
Oh, they drink when they're 18.
Yeah, or like sneak out to see boys. Like, this shit happens. And even back then, we're like, dude, you not drag people's family and friends into things. Like with the Trump thing, they're so dedicated to destroying him that it's now like, we're going to destroy anybody we can just to make Trump look bad. Kids, women, old people. Fucking, we'll throw old ladies in jail. We don't give a fuck anymore. And it's like, Jesus
the
Christ.
media has manufactured. Because look, here's the thing. Okay, back then when there was a Klan, right? Like the KKK, when it was at its height, you know? Jim Crow laws. Think about that. Like that was when we had a real, we did have a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'll be the, we did, shut up, we did have a real problem. All right. We had a real problem. The way people were being treated as second-class citizens, that's a real thing. You have to acknowledge that was something that's a real problem. But what's happening now is 100% fake. The media, because real hate groups really don't exist anymore. I mean, there's some, but not a lot. Real hate groups don't really exist anymore. The media has, in union, they have manufactured hate groups. They've made them, like, out of thin air. They've made them out of thin air. They've gone and go, what's the KKK? 5 people now? We're going to do a KKK.
5 guys.